Hi everyone. So in this short little video, I'm going to show you how to search the Grand Canyon University Virtual Library. Okay, so here we go. So you want to start out in Halo, start out on your course page. And if you look over here, it says topic 2, 3, 4, it'll say topic 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. By the way, a lot of times when you first open this page up, you'll see T2, T3, T4, like that. And then these little icons. If you want to, you can expand this just by clicking those three bars up there, and it'll expand, and then you'll be able to read these items. And I want to direct your attention right there to library. So there's a little icon. So you want to go to library and you want to click on library, and that will bring you here. This is the library page, and you can see research and resources, find books, find journal articles, reference works and endnotes if you're doing extensive research. There are apps that you can use where you can put all of your references in the right format and endnotes in the right format, and you don't have to go back into your document and retype those things. But anyway, interlibrary loan, that's where you can borrow books and other things from other libraries around the country, research guides, etc. Okay, so what I want to direct your attention on this page to is find journal articles. And so I want to direct your attention to find journal articles. Now, journal articles, these are peer-reviewed, I'll explain that in a minute, peer-reviewed scientific research articles. Now, journal articles are as authoritative as you can get when it comes to having references. So whenever you do proper research, academic research or scientific research, or you do presentations, or even in your discussion forums, in order to, in our case with the discussion forum, in order to earn full credit, remember the qualifications are at least 150 words and at least one authoritative reference. You cannot get more authoritative than a peer-reviewed journal article, okay? So, I mean, you can use WHO for sure. You can use CDC for sure. If you have books that you've read, you can use those for sure. But you cannot get more authoritative than a current peer-reviewed research article. When I say current, ideally you want your article to be no older than 5 years. For our purposes here in Microbiology 205, I will accept articles that are within 10 years. So you can go back 10 years. Anything before 10 years is strictly sort of a historical reference, okay? But if you want current scientific reference, authoritative reference, you need to go back no more than 10 years. Okay, so find journal articles. Click on that, and that brings you to this page. Find journal articles. You can do a lot of, look, you can call a librarian and speak to them. You can email, you can even chat with someone from the library if you have questions, all right? And so, but I want to direct your attention to the LOPE search. Now, it says find journal articles, and this box, you always want to check that box. That's peer reviewed. You don't want articles from, I don't know, National Geographic or Sports Illustrated or the New York Times, right? You want authoritative, current research, peer-reviewed articles. That's what you're looking for the best reference. So always check peer reviewed. And then up here in search, just type in whatever you want to search. I'm going to search E. coli, Escherichia coli. You can put anything in there. Now, here's the thing about your search. I'm going to do this. This is a broad search just to give you an idea. But when you do a search, you want to be as specific as you can with your search term. So you could put E. coli, comma, pathogen, comma, food poisoning, or anthrax, comma, Amerithrax. But I mean, the more specific that you can be, the more pinpointed will be your search. All right, but I'm going to show you here what goes on when you just do an open search. I'm just going to do just a broad term, E. coli. So I'm going to click on that, and that brings you, then it's going to do the search. It may take a few seconds, and that's going to bring you here. Now, check up at the very top of the page. Okay, so look up here. It says search results. So this page is going to show you 30 entries out of 876,520 entries for E. coli, right? You don't want to have to filter through almost 900,000 entries just to find one article that suits your purposes. So that's why I say you want to be as specific with your search terms as you can, because you want to narrow that search as much as possible, right? You want to get to the point where you have maybe 5 good articles that you can filter through, or maybe 10, or maybe 30, but certainly 30 is better than 900,000. So be very as specific as possible with your search terms, okay? So, but I want to go down here. Now, this is just the first one. Molecular, this is the title of the article, Molecular Detection of Plasmid-Mediated BLA, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, this is not going to help you out at all, but I mean, just to give you the example. Now, so each entry will look like this. There's a picture of the journal that you find it in, all the particular information here, keywords down here, but I want to direct your attention to, you have 2 little icons over here. This first icon is a little file folder with a plus on it. So what that means is that you can set up a file, or rather a folder, and in that folder you can deposit all of your research articles. And what I mean by that is if you're doing extensive research, okay, so for instance, you have at the end of this term, you have a PowerPoint presentation to do. Well, if you want to start doing research on your topic, if you know what you want your topic to be, you can start doing research on it now, and you can look up some articles, and you can, through the GCU library, you can set up a file. And if this article helps you out, you can plop it into the file. And that way, come week 7, when you're putting your PowerPoint together, right, all of your references will be together. You don't have to go do any more searching, right? You don't have to waste time searching, because all of your pertinent references, everything that you want to use to reference from, will be right there in that little file, okay? So that's the purpose of that. Now, the other icon is this little page with a little magnifying glass on it. Now, if you click on that, then this pops up. Actually, I think on yours this pops up automatically. And what this, it's just an expansion of what you see over here. See, there's the title, Molecular Detection of Plasmid-Mediated BLA, yada yada. There's the author, publication date. But then down here, oops, sorry about that. Then down here, once again, you can add this article to your folder. There's a little folder icon. Or you can come over here to detailed record. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go over there, detailed record. Click on detailed record, and that brings you here. Now, here's where you have the article is expanded. You can pull up the full text and read the whole article if you want. All of your pertinent information. This is the article as it appears in the journal that it is published in, okay? When you open the journal, it'll look just like this. What I want to direct your attention to here is this tools menu over there. And if you scroll down the tools menu, then you will see this little icon here and the word cite. Now that's the citation for the article that you just read or that you're using as a reference. Click on cite and that brings you, see, citation format. Now you're going to use this little bar down here because there's going to be like 5 or 6 or 7 different formats. Depends on the if you're writing for a journal, or if you're writing for research, or if you're writing for maybe another instructor wants you to do it to format in a different way. But there are a bunch of different types of formatting options for this article on E. coli that we pulled up. What you want to do is here, and you want to scroll down until you see APA 7th edition. That's American Psychological Association 7th edition. And so here the information that you need in your reference is already formatted for you. This is if you need to format something in APA, which is what we're using here. That's what I want you to use. Then everything is already done. I mean, you don't have to go to your article or go to your discussion forum and type anything out manually. Okay, it's all presented for you right here in the perfect format. The journal is already italicized. There's your URL for the article. There are your authors, publication date. There's the title of your article. And so here's what you do. You just highlight that, copy it, come over here to your references, paste it, and there you go. Boom, it's done. You don't have to manually do anything. This is a cool thing about how this works. Now, of course, if you're doing a formal research paper, then I think most of you understand that this has to be a hanging indent, right? You start out full left here, and then these other 3 lines are going to be indented in. That's called a hanging indent. And that's the only thing that you would have to do if you're doing your paper, if you're doing a research paper. When you get to references, you're going to have to indent these, and plus it's double spaced. But for your discussion forum, Halo doesn't allow you to do a hanging indent, so you just copy and paste it just like this. If you need to do another one, then skip a space and pop in your other one. And these, by the way, are going to be in alphabetical order according to the primary author. Okay, so if you reference my book, for instance, Jeffries JD, then that one you skip a space, Jeffries JD 2017, that goes down here. Okay, and it's easy as that. It's already done for you, all the work, all the manual labor, and you're good to go. So there you go. That's how you search for journal articles in the Grand Canyon University Virtual Library. See you.